Smoking chili in the middle of a snowstorm? Let's get to it. So welcome back everybody to this beautiful Saturday snowy day here in Colorado. Once again, just like last weekend, not a fair weather barbecue at all. I could definitely barbecue in the winter, as you can see. I went ahead and cleaned off the deck. It's all good to go. And what I'm cooking today is something called over-the-top chili. I have seen it on the Recteq app under the recipes. I've been very curious about it and how this works. I've seen comments online where people are saying, once you try it this way, you'll never go back. So let's go inside and get everything prepped so we can get the pot of chili smoking on the smoker. Okay, the fresh ingredients we're gonna dice up. 1 whole red onion, 4 habaneros, 7 jalapenos, and 1 whole thing of garlic. Should be about 10 cloves in there. I made up my own recipe. I printed it out and I'll show it to you in the description as well as at the end of the video. There are numerous chili recipes out there, and I recommend you make your own chili and whatever is good for you, because whatever this recipe is that I have may not be suitable to some people that are out there. It's definitely gonna be spicy. So feel free to adapt, experiment, and that's what this is all about. So let's go ahead and get this onion diced out. And there we have it, our red onions, our garlic, and our habaneros and jalapenos all chopped up. Now it is time for the dry ingredients. As I've said, I developed this recipe actually this morning. I've never made chili the same way twice, but this time I decided to go ahead and write it down. And we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. We'll do 6 tablespoons of chili powder, 4 tablespoons of ground cumin. We'll go 4 tablespoons of ground paprika. We'll do 2 tablespoons of coarse black pepper. We'll do 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. I'm going to use the Meat Church's Holy Voodoo. We'll go with just 2 tablespoons light on that. That has more salt in there, so you got to be careful. 1 tablespoon of cayenne. We'll go 1 tablespoon of ancho chili, 1 tablespoon of jalapeno chili powder. And the last ingredient I have is Mexican oregano. I'm not gonna put it in this dry mixture because what I'm gonna do is mix this up and then get the ground beef ready. I'm gonna take a portion of that to mix with the ground beef. And I don't want this in the ground beef at this moment. So this will go in lastly once I'm ready to put all the other ingredients into the pot. All right, so that's all the ground dry ingredients. Let's go ahead and mix this up. All right, there we go. That's all mixed up. All right, let's get our 7-quart Dutch oven here. I'm gonna add 4 cans of this 3-bean blend. That is your red kidney, pinto, and black beans. Next, I'm going to add a can of Recteq diced tomatoes and green chilies. We're definitely keeping on the tomato theme. This is just diced tomatoes. I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to throw in some diced green chilies, as if the fresh ones aren't enough. We'll put some tomato sauce in here. Then we have some tomato paste. Put that in here to help thicken it and give it a nice taste. Now it's time to give this all a stir. Get this mixed up nicely. We'll add our jalapenos, add our garlic, onions and our habaneros. Now we're going to add a bottle of Modelo. And now with the dry mixture, I'm going to set aside a 1/3 cup for the hamburger. That way I will mix that with the hamburger. The rest of this we will put in here. There we go. Let's go ahead and give this a nice mix. And now that we also have the meat, part of the spices from the meat separated, let's go ahead and put 1 tablespoon of this Mexican oregano. Give it a quick stir. Let's set this to the side and prepare the meat. All right, so this is the fresh ground beef that we ground up back in December. So I added a 1/3 cup of that dry spice and herb mixture, and all we're going to do here is just incorporate it into this meat the best that we can. So now we're going to make this into a giant patty. This is called over the top chili, and what makes this over the top is that the beef will be elevated over the bowl of chili on a grate. We don't want to make this too thick. Whole point of this is we want to get smoke penetration into the hamburger all around. You want to try to make this about the size of the pot that you're cooking over. Thinner the better. Means the more surface area for smoke to penetrate. So there's the pot, and the hamburger goes and fits right over the pot it's cooking over. This is perfect. Let's go put it on the grill. Okay, let's put this on the grill. That is heated up to 325. Put that just like this. And that is closed. Now we're going to let this smoke for 2 hours at 325 degrees. Let me go ahead and show you the Recteq recipe on the screen right now. This is where I got my inspiration to go ahead and do this. I also seen online a lot of people talking about it and had rave reviews, but we're going to try it for ourselves, and I'll let you know what I really think about it. I'll post my individual recipe in the comments as well as at the end of the video. I never make chili the same way twice, so this is actually a new one on me to write everything down. But I did that for y'all out there. So we'll let this go for 2 hours. After that, we'll take a temp on the meat, see how that's doing, and approximately we'll try to follow this Recteq recipe. When a hamburger gets about 125, we'll go ahead and put that into the chili itself, and then let that continue to go for another hour. I'm really looking forward to it, so we'll see you in about 2 hours. All right, so it has been 2 hours that this has been cooking. I just walked out the back door on the balcony here, and even though it's still snowing and everything, this smells absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to open this up. We're gonna temp the hamburger and see where we're at. We're looking for about 155. If that's the case, we're gonna bring everything inside, finish it out on the stove, because we're actually gonna cover this with the lid. No need for the smoker to work like that. So let's go ahead and take a temp. Oh, that looks good. 151. Still 145 there in the center. So I think we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for about another 20 more minutes. Try to bring that temp up to about 155 before we pull it up. Maybe about another 30 minutes, we'll see. So we'll let this sit on the smoker and we'll catch back with you in just a few. All right, so here we go. Just took that off. Temperature is right. Take a look at this. And this smells fantastic. Oh yeah. We're gonna take a taste of this too. God, it smells wonderful. So this has had time for the hamburger to go ahead and collect all that smoke, to penetrate all around it, as well as to drip those wonderful juices into the chili here. Let's go ahead and take a taste. Oh yeah, woo! That has an awesome kick to it. Not for the faint of hearts, I'll tell you that. The one thing I think I could do, and I typically do this with chilies, is add a little bit of brown sugar, which I'll probably do that here in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and take this hamburger and break it up into this chili. The hamburger is definitely hot. Look at that smoke ring. Can you see that? Oh yeah, that looks actually really nice. In fact, I'm gonna have to take a taste. Let's do that. That's good. All right, so let's keep breaking this in here. Okay, I wanted to jump in real quick here to talk about the hamburger. The recipe states take it off at 155. I would take it off at 145. That way it's a bit more tender and not as dry as what you see right there. However, let me tell you, it tasted fantastic. And with the hamburger elevated over the pot, it really attracts all of that smoke fully around the entire burger, and you can see with the smoke ring right there, it tasted fantastic. This was a fun recipe to do. I don't know if it's my go-to method of making chili, but hey, it was a good thing to try at least once. Okay, so that's probably been 30, 40 minutes we've been drinking beer, having fun. What I have done is I added a tablespoon of coarse black pepper, a tablespoon of kosher salt, and I think you saw on the video is about 9 tablespoons of brown sugar to kind of help balance out that heat. Have not tasted it, so let's go ahead and take a taste. Oh yeah. The heat has definitely been balanced out. There's still heat on the back end. I'm telling you, it's not for the faint of heart, but there's still heat on the back end. There's a little bit touch of sweetness, which is great. That addition of salt and pepper, I think really balanced it out. So I think Camera Dude is gonna want to try this. What do you say, Camera Dude?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me that camera. Let's make a stage here.
All right, let's get on in here. Smells wonderful. So the addition of the brown sugar, I would say that's an amazing idea. It's just, it brings out this great marriage of sweet and spicy. The heat that you get, it's not a terrible heat. It's like a warm, just lingering heat. Y'all, this chili is amazing.
So there was Camera Dude's review on that. I think we both liked it. He's a little bit camera shy today. So anyway, not enough bourbon, right?
Yes, sir.
So a really quick recap. Everything went on the smoker at 325 degrees. It sat there for about 2.5 hours. After the 2.5 hour mark, I went ahead and brought everything inside, crumbled up the hamburger, put it into the chili, and it sat on the stove probably at about a 4 on an induction burner. And that sat on the stove probably right now, probably about an hour. And we did the taste test. The only thing I did different from my original recipe was added an additional tablespoon of salt, additional tablespoon of coarse black pepper, and added some sugar, brown sugar to that. I'll make sure to update my recipe, and that'll be at the very end as well as in the comments. Aaron, do you have anything else to say?
Y'all just like, share, and subscribe to this channel.
Hey, I would really appreciate that. Our channel is growing, and we appreciate every single one of you out there. To all our friends and family out there, we love y'all, and roast.